Hello students, good morning. Hope you are fine. Today we shall discuss a short story by a Pacific writer Jenny Bennett Traincho, and the name of the short story is Matalasi. Matalasi, I have sent you a complete document of that short story. Okay, I hope that you have already, you have went through the story, you have got some idea. Yeah, before that, I would like to say something to you. Since you are a literature student, you have to think elaborately, you have to think critically, you have to think creatively, you have to think creatively, because I have sent you some assessments and the majority of you have done well, but there is one shortcoming in your work is you are reproducing the idea of the author as such. See, what I want you is you have to read the work again and again. By simply reading once, you cannot get an idea. If you read first time, you will get some idea. If you read for second time, you may get some different ideas. When you read for third time, your total understanding would be very different. So unless you read 3 times any work of any author, neither you can enjoy it nor you can appreciate it. This is my experience. So surface level reading will not yield good results. You have to read it. You have to appreciate the work. You have to go in depth. And you have to bring out your ideas. You have to write your criticism. You have to estimate the work. You have to estimate the work. You must say what are the merits and demerits of the work, and what are the things you would consider. And it is something like reading a work and writing critical comments and critical appreciation is like you are like a diver in an ocean. What divers should do, he go in true depth and collect pearls and diamonds. The more depth you go, the more pearls you collect. For that, that is diving, that is going more, that is depth. What does it mean? That depends upon your reading. That depends upon your reading. So you have to, what you have to do is you have to read in depth. Then you have to justify your work. You have to justify your work. Writing, that is paraphrasing, is different. Writing summary is different. Since you are a PG student, what you have to do is you try to understand it. You try to understand it. The idea must be cooked in your brain. You have to grasp the idea. You have to observe things. After observation, after the in-depth analysis, there would be some outcome. You have to write that. That is where the beauty of literature lies. Because in your previous assessments, in your previous answers, that is okay, you have done well, but I want more. right? I want critical appreciation from you. I want your own comments. I want your criticism. That makes that work more, that actually by doing so, what you are doing, you are decorating that work. You are adorning the work. That is the real beauty of literature lies. This is one thing. And another one thing is that you are in your final year. Next year, you are going to face the real world. That is going for a job. And mentally prepare yourself to face the job market. Okay, so you have to develop your communication skills with essential grammar techniques. Communicative grammar you have to learn. You have to learn it. Because when you go for an interview, both your literary knowledge as well as your language efficiency both are tested. So be prepared for both. Okay, students, let us enter into that short story gradually. Batalasi, the name itself is very, strange. It seems so. Jenny Bennett is a Pacific writer. She hails from Samoa. It is in the, it is an island in northwest Pacific Ocean. It is an island. And for your information, this Batalasi short story was selected as the best short story of 2018 Commonwealth Short Story Prize. It was selected as the best short story in Commonwealth Short Story Prize by Granta Publishers. Batalasi. Before that, I would like to share few things. We must always be thankful to God. We must always be thankful to God. Because generally people think that when they are rich, they are gifted. When they are poor, they are cursed. But I would like to tell you one thing. When you are born normal, you are gifted. If you are a normal man, if you are a normal boy, or if you are a normal girl, then really you must be thankful to God that you are really gifted. Because you might have seen some personalities in our community, they are not able to realize that whether they are man or women. Just imagine. Being a man is an identity. Being a woman is an identity. See, to live in this society, you need an identity. You need an identity. Your name is your identity. Your family name is your identity. A state which you are living in is your identity. A nation which you are living in is your identity. So each and everything carries a label of identity. Without identity, your life will be meaningless. And in all the identities, the very primary and very important identity is that being a man or being a woman is an identity. Masculinity is your identity. Manliness is your identity. Being a man is your identity. Being a boy is your identity. Being a girl is an identity. Being feminine is identity. Being a masculine is an identity. But there are some people who has no identity. You just think about them, right? We have to. That is, we must be pitiful on that. And this short story deals a theme of a character whose name is Methalasi. Whose name is Methalasi. Since it is a Pacific island, that is the Samoa, the name of the region, they have their own language and dialogue. Certain words are there. Already I have given to you, right? In the footnotes glossary, you must remember all the footnotes. We shall see simultaneously when we discuss this short story. See, LGBTQIA. LGBTQIA. I don't go into detail all those things. I am giving you the full form for all the words. You go through, then you try to understand it. What is LGBT? You might have seen in a newspaper. LGBT. L means lesbian. G stands for gay. B stands for bisexual. T stands for transgender. Q for queer questioning. I for intersex. A stands for asexual gender. LGBTQIA. See, when you look at all the terms, the very the very thinking comes to our mind is that this seems to be abnormal. When we heard these terms, it seems unnatural. It seems unnatural. For example, lesbian, women and women relationship. Gay, man and men relationship. Homosexuality. And be bisexual. A term itself can tell you what does it mean. And T, transgender. We may call sometimes eunuchs and urchins, transgenders, and queer. QUEER, queer. Queer, the word itself means strange. The queer, the word itself means strange, eccentric, abnormal. And I, intersex, and A, asexual gender. These are all the abnormal tendencies, and we can't do anything. We must pity over all those things. Actually, no, are they responsible for all those things? Remember one thing, every man and every woman is born with normal hormones, normal count of hormones. If hormones get imbalanced, all those things are happening. See, for example, in lesbian, a woman feel comfortable in the company of another woman. It is not at all her fault. It is the functioning of the hormones. And likewise, homosexuality, a man feel comfortable in the company of another man. That is how their hormone functions. Bisexual, it is very difficult to decide. Sometimes they are happy with men, sometimes they are happy with women. And transgender, it is really very that is the painful to tell all those things. Transgender means it is either they are male or they are female. And queer questioning, very abnormal thing, that is, they always had heteronormativity. Heteronormativity. Heteronormativity means gender norms, man, women, masculinity, femininity. But queer is a person, one who challenges these traits, who challenges these. That is, queer is anyone who opposes procreative, conjugal, monogamous, and that is a heterosexual, homosexual, transsexual. Queer is a person, one who hates the normal order of masculinity and femininity. They go beyond the normal orbit of life. Such types are called as queer questioning. Intersex. Intersex means they are not able to identify that whether they are male or female. God may save us. They are not able to identify. Sometimes they may have both organs. And they are not able to realize that which sex they belong, male or female. An asexual gender, that is, there is no sexual desire in them. Okay. So actually, those who become victim of these tendencies or these type of normal, or we can say abnormalities. The problem of these people is such that they are not able to express their emotions or feelings freely and frankly. Sometimes they hesitate to express it. See, just imagine if a man is not feeling comfortable with man, if he feels comfortable with women, what would happen to him? Will women accept them? Or a woman, if she feels aversion when she is among a woman, if she feels comfortable with men, is it possible in our society? Can she live peacefully? And the result is depression, frustration. Because the thing is, two things are happening. One is, they themselves do not know what they are. First thing. They cannot realize that which sex they belong to. That is the first thing. And second thing is that they are not able to share with others. Because actually this is natural one. Are they responsible for this? Right? These are all the, that is the game of their hormones. What we can say that, right, it is like that. They are also one being. And the thing is that once the parents realizes these tendencies, and usually what they do one stupidity, they send them out. They send them out of the houses. They are not given importance. They consider them as a bad omen to their family. They consider them as a taboo in the society. They are not at all considered. They simply send them out. They simply send them out. Where they would go? What he would do for his livelihood? Already they are dejected, they are depressed, they are frustrated. Even if they are discarded by their own parents, where they would go? Here also the same thing is happening. Matalasi. Now the picture is very simple. Matalasi he wants to consider, he wants to register his presence as a man. But his physical formation, but his anatomy and everything, that is by his external appearance, he looks like a girl. Both personalities intermingled. And the parents consider him as a girl. But he feels comfortable in the company of male. This is the problem. And actually, it is how Matalasi recalling his own days. Recalling his own days. How his parents behaved with him. Particularly how his father considered him. How his mother treated him. That is the theme of the story. No, actually, he is recalling his past. He is recalling his past. He was simply standing by a window and he is watching the outer world. He is watching the outer world. And one confusion is going on in his mind that to where I belong to which sex I belong to which sex I belong. He wants to play with male child, but they have discarded him. All those things are happening, and here that is some function is going on. Actually, his parents decided to marry off Matalasi. So the entire house looked festive look. So on the one hand, all the children are playing here and there. They are coming wandering here and there, and all the female folk of that house. They are preparing for a marriage function. They are preparing for his her marriage, and everything is going on, right? So the house looks very busy, and Matalasi, he is alone. He stands by a window and he thinks of himself that what is happening to him. What is happening to him? And someone, his mother says, go and put makeup to Matalasi and make her ready. And he thinks that now they are going to put a bridal makeup to him, and how he is cope with all those things. He recalls. That is, the entire house took festive look. Now Matalasi recalls his father angry on him when he was a child. Since these type of people, they become very quiet. They keep quiet. They keep on suppressing their emotions. Since this has become one of the major reasons why these people are not considered. See, simply, silence always sends negative signals. But here, the silent suffering of Matalasi sends a wrong signals, and his father and mother thinks that his silence can bring a bad omen to the family. So he always, he stick to the window, and he keeps on looking outside, and he recalls how his father, beaten him when he was a child. And out of that frustration, one day Matalasi goes out and he tattooed on his body. Tattooed on his shoulder, and he comes back. Because he is, vent out his frustration through that. And usually in Samoan tribe, that is, tattooing is a very, that is the part of their culture. And they have got a common name for male tattoo. It is called as P, and female tattoo is called as Malu. So likewise, that is things are going, and he thinks that that is, am I violating? Am I committing crime? All the thought of that is all type of confusions enters his mind, and he also that is saw some boys. They are walking on a beach. They are that is wrapped the clothes around their hips. It is called in Samoan language that lava lava. It is called as lava lava. That is one kind of that is cloth they have wrapped around their wrist. Here, one thing I would like to tell you: there is a tradition in Western countries and even in our nation too. Usually, when male boys are born, that is that is they undergo circumcision. They undergo circumcision. Circumcision is nothing but that is the cutting the foreskin of a male organ, that is penis. Cutting a foreskin of a male organ, it is called as circumcision. But in this short story, they have simply given cut. They have simply given cut. And when that is all her cousin, his cousins, they are simply that is her cousin names have been given. Sila and Sini, they are laughing when the boys are walking along the beach. These girls are laughing and they are talking something. And Metalasi asked the girls, why you are giggling, why are you laughing? It means that they would say that all the boys have got cut. All the boys have got cut. That is why they are wincing, right? They are simply they are widening their legs and they are walking because they have underwent cut. Actually, it refers to circumcisions. And usually, it is medically proved that circumcision is good for man, because sometimes in that foreskin of that organ, sometimes the urine drops get deposited and it causes infection. It is better to remove your foreskin. Nowadays, even in Islam it is mandatory, and in Western cultures, that is irrespective of religion, people underwent circumcision. Even that is, I have read in newspaper, I don't know how far it is authentic or not. Even our Tamil Nadu government has planned to undergo circumcision for a male boy, that is all the boys who get born in government hospitals. I don't know up to what extent it is good. So this is called as circumcision. And Metalasi asked his cousins, why are you laughing? Then they say that these boys have got cut. Then Metalasi, that's also confusing Metalasi. Then he thought that when I am going to have a cut, when I am going to have a cut, he asked his mother. He asked his mother, when I am going to have a cut. And she says that you are not mature enough to undergo a cut. Right? You are not mature enough. Then all these thoughts, that is going in his mind, one kind of confusion occupies his hearts. Then, he got confused. He was very shocked to hear the answer from her mother, his mother, Metalasi, that she says only boys are cut, not you. Only boys are cut, not you. All those things confusing Metalasi. Then when he was 16 years, that is when he was 13 years old, that is on his 13th birthday, one morning for his shop, when he ran his fingers in his inner thigh, he saw some sticky liquid running, that is come down through his thigh, and what he saw is that is a sticky blood, and he was shocked. Actually now he started that is periods, the menstrual period have begun. He got shocked. Even he didn't expose to anyone. He simply wipe out all the dirt, all the soiled clothes, and he says mother that mother, I got wet my bed. She scolded Matalasi. Now you are 13, but still you are wetting the bed, and he simply, he has hidden the fact that, that is, he developed a menstrual period. Just imagine what would be his mentality. And he simply, every month, he underwent that menstrual pain, that is a stomach pain, but he has hidden everything. And another one thing that at the age of 16, he fell in love with a teacher, that is the America, a teacher in Samoa. It is called as Pisikova. Pisikova, it means that a teacher who is coming, who came from America, as that is Pisikova means it has been given. Pisikova means Peace Corps volunteer. Peace Corps volunteer from America. She came to teach in Samoa school. She taught Metallasi English and history. She was very beautiful. She was very beautiful. She was very, very handsome. She was very cute. And Metallasi enjoyed each and every moment of that Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle, he fell in love with that lady. He fell in love with that lady. As a token of love, how he expressed his love, he never disclosed it, by being sincere and by being a helper to that Miss. He is showing his love towards the teacher. He was very sincere in that class. He never missed her class because he developed a special love towards Shakespeare, because Miss Michelle was an ardent fan of Shakespeare,